Hello, ladies. Welcome back to the Refined Female Leaders channel. And today I would love to speak with you about the feminine leadership advantage, why women who lead differently win. Every time we hear feminine leadership, we hear about being soft or being light, and that's not what it's about at all. It's about knowing how to lead with empathy, with influence, and with presence in a way that delivers results. And I believe it's one of the most underutilized career accelerators for women. Now, between the video I recorded last week and this one this week, I decided to make myself a cup of tea. I'm a tea girl. I love tea. I love the different types of tea. And I have this beautiful tea box over there with Earl Grey and strawberry infusions. I have the tea from the Prince of Wales coronation when he became king. And just so many things that I have. Different types of teas, chai teas and rooibos teas. I'm such a tea girl. And why am I bringing this when I'm talking about feminine leadership? Because one of the things I believe that a lot of women divorce themselves from is the ability to be soft and to lean into you. When I speak about feminine leadership, I speak about things like emotional intelligence. I speak about things like strategic empathy. There is strategic empathy. I speak about active listening and relationship building. And not just as nice to have traits, but as competitive advantages. These are the things that help you win people over, shape decisions in your favor, and create an impact that lasts. And what are the advantages in a corporate context that you can have as a female leader? From my experience in corporate, I can share with you a few things that I believe feminine leadership does. The first thing is that it builds trust faster. When people trust you, they back your decisions, they support your vision, they speak for you in rooms that you may not even be in, right? They stand with you, they amplify your voice, they amplify your ideas, they extend grace to you. And this is the beauty about when you lead from this position of feminine leadership. It's you help others to trust in you and to trust in your decisions. The second thing I've discovered is that it really elevates your brand. The more you show up as both competent and relatable, the more your leadership reputation grows. The era that we're in as leaders is not just about getting the work done, but it's about having human-centered, people-focused leadership. And the leaders who will be amplified in this decade are those who think people first, and then people as a means to get results done, right? The third thing I want you to think about is influence without authority. A lot of the time, we think about influence as title-based influence. So I am a director, therefore you must listen to me. But it doesn't work that way. You don't always need the biggest title, to be the most influential voice in the room. And I want you to envision with me for just a minute. You know that meeting that you normally attend? Everybody's in the room, and then all of a sudden someone enters into the room and sits at table, and automatically the body language sort of shifts, and people are sort of leaning in to hear what it is that person has to say, and they wait for her or him to give an opinion, and then everybody sort of leans into what that opinion can be and what they're saying. That person may not have the title, but they are the most influential voice in the room. Newsflash, that person can be you. I remember a high-stakes brand project that we had a few years ago. It involved stakeholders across multiple departments, a lot of whom were not reporting to me at the time. It included stakeholders across different countries, Nigeria and Ireland, and I think somewhere in between. And success could only be achieved if we all came together and worked collaboratively together. It was one of those projects that could make or break the trajectory of the brand that we were working on at the time. and it was a brand that needed a fresh infusion of life so we could set it up on a growth trajectory for the next season of its brand cycle. So it was also the first time I recall that we're executing that project in Western Africa. The first time we're bringing it to, I think outside in Africa, that was going to be the second location that we're bringing that brand project to. So it was a big deal. Tensions were high. Stakeholders were involved. My senior leaders were anxious, and there were multiple competing priorities. It was an early Sunday morning where I took a step back to view the project with this bird's eye lens. Oh, what did I want to get? What did success look like for me? And I remember I took my remarkable and I wrote in it the things that would make this project successful for me. And as part of that process, I spent some time reviewing conversations I'd had with different people, understanding their motivations, their pressures, their concerns. To some of my stakeholders, customs were a big concern. How will we get it in? We get it in on this time? Will we be able to pay the duties? And all these type of things. And from that lens, I was able to take the steps that I needed to guide my team on the systems and processes to put in place so that we could build alignment and trust that carried us through that project. And guess what? We didn't just hit every single goal that we set, we exceeded it. But an even bigger win for me personally was the level of collaboration I saw with my team in Nigeria, my team in Ghana, a team in Zambia, and even the other teams that existed in different departments as well. The relationships that were formed, the trust that was established among colleagues, external stakeholders, agency partners, and just that level of holistic collaboration and shared success. And it was beautiful to witness. That project went on to win multiple awards. We put it into pictures. It came up with a number of awards as well. And it wasn't just a me win. And that's the beautiful thing about feminine leadership. You win when your team wins. You win when your organization wins. And they will win when you put in what I call the BOS method, which works so well for women. Your brand, your opportunities, your systems, they all come together to give structure to the natural strengths that you have as a woman and turn them into a deliberate career growth strategy. I'm going to share more on this next week, so you don't want to miss that video, right? But these are some of the things I put into place to really just win, and not just win, but to also win the hearts and the minds of my people. In the Refined Female Leaders Intensive, I'm going to unpack with you and for you how you can apply the BOS method to your own career so that you're positioned to be operationally strong, so that you're personally magnetic as well. I would love to invite you to join the waitlist today. I believe there should be a link in the caption below this video, which will take you straight to join the waitlist. This year, we're going to be across Lagos, London, and Toronto, and I cannot wait to sit in the room with you. It's in person only, and spaces are really limited, so I will share with you the details shortly. As always, if today's video gave you something to think about, if it gave you a shift in perspective, if it invited you to look at some things differently, I would love to invite you to subscribe to this channel, to share this video with a friend, a sister, a fellow female leader, and just, get on board together. And most importantly, not to miss the rest of the series in feminine leadership and building your leadership authority. Remember, your brilliance deserves to be seen, to be heard, and to be valued. You're worth all of it and a whole lot more. I will see you in the next video. Until then, stay beautiful. Bye now.